This week, a man who's chalked up more than 750 games at all four levels in 16 years as a manager.
We've got to keep this fire. We've got to keep this fire. We've got to keep this fire burning on. To keep burning. Yeah.
Swindon's Danny Wilson, of course. Danny, good to see you again. And can we start talking about Alan Irvine, who's made a fantastic start in the Championship, hasn't he, with 2 wins out of 2 for Sheffield Wednesday. And the second of which was Barnsley-Sheffield Wednesday, 2 of your old clubs who you know very, very well, having played and managed them. What a fantastic win that was for him.
Well, it was. It's a great start for him, isn't it? And after the disappointment and surprise, really, of leaving Preston, you know, to go to a club of the stature of Sheffield Wednesday is a testament to how he's thought of in the game, you know, and everybody, you know, wish him very, very well because we know he's a very good coach and a terrific guy.
Yeah, it was Tommy Spur got them off to a good start, wasn't it, early on? In fact, all the goals in this game were in the first 21 minutes.
Yeah, I think Luke's a little bit disappointed with the handling of the first one. You know, he presented the first goal, and then the ball that comes in again here now. You know, we've just got somebody in front of the goalkeeper again. For the third goal, over the top of the goalkeeper on that one. And then the next one, as you see now, is just got in front of the goalkeeper. So, all in all, you know, I think it's been a little bit of a mixed bag of defending, really, but a great start from Alan's point of view.
Absolutely. I think some of the players have said, you know, you get the new manager syndrome, don't you, as well? And the fear factor, they said, was there that we might lose our jobs with a new manager. And they shouldn't do, should they? They should put the effort in every game. But it does happen, doesn't it?
It does happen, of course it does. And it's like bringing a new striker, I suppose, or a new player in your team. You know, it gives everybody a spark at times. And I'm sure that's what possibly Preston wanted and certainly Sheffield Wednesday wanted. But I think the manager coming in there and the players that are in there, they will enjoy working with Alan, I'm sure.
Yeah, and they followed that up with Blackpool, possibly even better win, with, you know, a 2-1 win again.
Well, it was, yes, and I mean, to go to Blackpool, particularly this season, how well they're doing under Ian Holloway there, you know, is a big achievement. But particularly where they are in the league as well, you know, they showed great confidence to go there, and that was one of the results of the week for me. It was a terrific 3 points there, and like I say, it looks very promising at this moment.
I know Ian Holloway wasn't very happy with some of the crowd reaction as well for Blackpool.
Well, at the expectation level, you know, he's picked it up so well, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, if they get beat off a bottom team, and if you call Sheffield Wednesday a bottom team or a small team, you know, that's what the expectation level has been risen at Blackpool. But I find that very harsh to believe that, you know, they can criticise them at the moment in time. But
it's going well for Sheffield Wednesday. 2 wins out of 2 then for Alan Irvine. Some interesting games coming up, Danny. I know this is all on paper, but the next 3 games are Peterborough 24th, Scunthorpe 20, Plymouth 23. So the run could go on, and then you've got Forest in 2nd, Blackpool in 9th, and West Bromwich Albion in 3rd, coming up for Sheffield Wednesday. So a chance to extend that run, really.
Well, it is, but I'd hazard a guess that they'll not be talking anything behind the Peterborough game. I think he'll only concentrate on that one. But on paper, yes, they look like if they can continue the way they've been playing, they've got a good chance of getting points in that one, yeah.
And Luke Varney is signed for the rest of the season. Is that important for Sheffield Wednesday?
Well, I think so. I think he's given a platform there.
Welcome back. Swindon manager Danny Wilson is with us. And Danny, you must be delighted at the moment, up to 5th in the table, 8 wins out of the last 10 games. And the season really looking good at the moment in a very, very tough league.
Oh, it is a tough league, yeah. That's where we'll not get carried away because it can change, you know, instantly. But we've had a good run at the moment in time. You know, I think it's always good if your strikers are in form, and ours at the moment are. You know, but we've got a long way to go. You know, particularly, you know, we never look too far in front, and Leeds is the next one. Well,
you seem adept, Swindon, of polishing up strikers, because Simon Cox was very useful for you in terms of the fee you got from when he got sold on, and now you found Charlie Austin. How did you find him? He was scoring goals for Poole, way below your level.
Well, we had an idea about him before. I think our chairman, Andrew Fitton, knew about him anyway because he's from his non-league days, and he actually had him playing with a team in the non-league that he owned. But he was invited to the club, and then nothing was happening. But about 2 or 3 years ago, I believe. So we just had a little nudge from his manager, basically, his ex-manager, and so I just went down and had a look at him, and he didn't score on the day that I went to watch him, believe it or not, but his movements and his instincts were there to be seen, and I said, well, we've nothing to lose, let's have a gamble. And what you've got is a little bit like Charlie McDonald, if you like. He wanted another chip bite of the cherry, and and at this moment in time, he's just taking it with both hands.
Yeah, it's feet on the floor time, I'm sure,
Yeah.
from his manager at the moment. No, 8 goals in 9 games is great, though. Billy Painter, a bit more experienced alongside him, but 14 goals, I think, so far this season.
Yes, he has, and I mean, last year was a little bit unsung last year, Billy, because of Simon Koch's great exploits in goal-scoring terms. But Billy was a main contributor to that. But I think this season he's come out of the shadows slightly, you know, and he's getting the goals himself, and justly getting the accolades for it as well. But he's forming a very good relationship and partnership with Charlie.
And you've taken Vincent Pericard as well, haven't you? A very experienced striker.
Yeah.
Just to keep them on their toes, or in case anyone moves out, or
to keep them on the toes, I think. And I think, you know, the like a lot of teams in our league, you know, the February March is very congested with. And it's foolish to think everybody's going to go through every minute of every game that you play and not have fatigue or whatever. So we can freshen it up. And Vincent's a very, very experienced player, as you well know. And he's chomping at the bit to play, so he's puts pressure on the other two.
Yeah. Beating Gillingham 3-1, was there a touch of revenge about that? Because your first day down at Gillingham didn't go very well, did it?
It was a shock to the system, I know that. It wasn't
losing 5-0 at Gillingham, yeah.
Yes.
First game of the season, so yeah.
It wasn't really any revenge, quite honestly. I think we put it past us, but what it was, you know, it was a real, you know, blow to us, but more importantly, it was a little reminder that it's going to be very tough in this league, and thankfully we recovered from it very well. But I say it still stings a bit when I see the goals.
We won't show you the 5, but this is your beating Gillingham in 3-1, and Billy Painter gets a penalty then, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I mean, I have to say, you know, the Julian, the goalkeeper, he had an excellent game as well. You know, it possibly could have been a few more, but it was a very, very close game early part of the game until we scored, which like most games are. We were disappointed to concede the late-on goal. It was 3-0 up at that point, and you know the goalkeeper and the back lads are always disappointed when they lose a goal like that. But credit to them, they kept going.
Then in midweek, everyone beats Stockport these days, seemingly. But that's a dangerous thing to say, isn't it, when you go down to play them? And I think it was a bit tougher than it looked on paper.
It was. I mean, that was arguably one of our toughest games we've had so far. And I think the 5 players that Gary Ablett's brought in really invigorated the team and the fans as well, you know, and they were really up for it. The penalty was a stonewall penalty. I don't think there was any really argument about it, but in the general context of the game, it was very close, and they had a few chances, we had a few. Thankfully, from our point of view, you know, we've got the all-important goal that keeps our run going. But
because they're going to win at some point, aren't they? And you're just glad to get on the coach and go away with 3 points, aren't you, from those kind of games where they're going to turn it around at some point. Stockport, you know that. And
yes.
There's the runner, which is fantastic for you at the moment. And the game's coming up. You know, Leeds on Tuesday, obviously one of the biggest games of the season. Charlton in 3rd, Huddersfield in 6th. So some tough games coming up for you.
Yes, they are. You know, and like I say, none more so than the next one, Leeds game. You know, and we really, honestly, we have to just look at the next one. You know, if we can get something out of the Leeds game, it'll be a terrific return for us with the quality they have. But it just keeps the confidence up.
We mentioned Leeds stuttering a bit after winning at Old Trafford, and this is them losing it to Exeter and Ryan Harley's 2 goals. But you know Leeds will get it right sooner rather than later, don't you?
Yes, they will. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Yeah, they've had a little bit of a stutter, but I think that's all it is. You know, I'm sure that Simon Grayson knows and knows what teams he'll be playing in the final charge. They've got the ability to bring in as well and the money to bring in. I'm sure if they get themselves as close as they need to be, they will be, you know, a team that whoever finishes above them will be promoted.
Good crowd at the county ground for that one, do you think?
Yes, we'll have a full house, I would expect, yes. It's a great atmosphere. You know, Tuesday evening games, they've always that little bit extra for some reason.
Great, fantastic. OK.